Hi everyone and welcome. It's Angela Palmer from Auckland, New Zealand, coming to you live today to share something that I enjoy doing, my stamping and my card making. So I appreciate you joining me, whether you're joining live or whether you are watching the recording later. Excuse my slightly croaky voice today. I'm feeling good, but just for some reason a little bit croaky. Maybe I've been doing too much talking this term at school and things. But anyway, it's good to be able to come today and share some ideas and things with you. So I enjoy my stamping and card making. I've been doing it for a very long time now, about 11 years as a demonstrator for Stampin' Up. And I enjoy being able to teach classes and share with others, whether it's online or in person, and give you some ideas with your card making. So in a couple of weeks' time, on the 1st of May, we have our Stampin' Up's new annual catalogue coming out, which is very exciting. So looking forward to that. And so today I'm going to share a little bit of a sneak peek, a few little things from that catalogue. So the stamp set I'm going to be using is one of the upcoming ones, a new one, the Leaf Collection. It's a background stamp. And then I'm going to use the new in colours. So Stampin' Up have a wonderful range of colours, and one of the things I love about Stampin' Up is their colour coordination, whether you've got the ink pads or the cardstock or the ribbons, embellishments, and it's particular colour, then they all coordinate so nicely together. And they've got their colour groups, your brights, your subtles, your regals, your neutrals, but then they like to keep it fresh, and they introduce 5 new in colours, which stay around for 2 years. And that way, colours that are trending or popular can be featured in their colour range. So today I'm going to share with you these 5 colours that you will be able to purchase from the 1st of May. So with today's card, I was trying to think, how can I use it with one big stamp, but several different colours? So I will share that with you shortly and show you how I decided to include the different colours. Now, I don't know where you are, whether you're in New Zealand or overseas, but here in Auckland, it's quite windy. So I'm hoping that with all this wind and stuff, the internet connection is fine and that you can hear me okay. So let's just hope that that's all good. All right. So I am going to go to my craft table and I will show you the stamp set and today's creations. Remember, if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask or comment as we're going through, and I'll do my best to answer. If you're watching later, of course, you can write comments and I'll answer later. If you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel too, so that you'll be kept up to date with other videos and things. But pretty much every Thursday, 1:30 p.m. New Zealand time is when I come to you live. So let's get started. Here we go. All right. Just rearrange this slightly. Here we go. So this is the stamp that I am going to be using today. It's the Leaf Collection. So you can see it's quite a big stamp. So I'll show you it here. So this is it. It's on an F block. So that is a big block, and that's how large it is. So if you look at the standard size card, that's a standard, it's as big as a card. So when I made today's card, I've actually get to make 3 at once. So that is quite cool. So let me just see if there's issues with the sound and things today. I know someone's having a problem, but it might just be your internet connection. I hope others can hear me okay. Just checking. Is everyone else able to hear me all right? Linda, it might be your connection. Joanne, Sheila, thank you for joining me. Are you, can you hear me okay? All right, where was I? So we're going to use the in colours, and what I have done is I have used 3 different colours on one card by having the different strips of paper, and then I actually end up making 3 cards at once, kind of thing. So I'll show you the in colours, and then I'll show you how I did this card. So here they are. We have Shy Shamrock, sort of a greeny colour. We have Pretty in Pink, which, if you've been around for a while, is a colour we've had before that's come back, but it's a nice light pink. If you like slightly brighter, we've got Petunia Pop. Then we have Peach Pie, for more your sort of peachy colours, I guess. And then lastly, Summer Splash. So these are the 5 colours. So ink pads, cardstock, all sorts of things, ribbons, markers, embellishments, all sorts of things in these colours. So I do actually offer an in-colour club. So you can get each of these over a period of 5 months. But let me use them and you can see how wonderful they are. Looks like, yep, great. Glad to hear that you guys can hear me fine. Thank you. All right, let's get started. Now, with a big stamp like this, it is, quite heavy and hard to place. And particularly with this card, I want to try and line it up. So what I'm actually going to do is put my card down onto the stamp. Then I don't want inky fingers, so I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper over the top to press it down. And so I'm going to have 3 pieces and I'm going to do different colors. So this was the first set I made, and then I did another set and I've changed up. I don't know if you can see the difference here. Petunia Pop and Shy Shamrock for my cardstock, and then I have stamped in just getting used to the new colors here. Pretty in Pink, is it? Yeah, Pretty in Pink, then the Summer Splash, and then lastly the Peach Pie. Whereas this one, I have used the Petunia Pop and the Shy Shamrock in my inking stamping, and then I've used the Summer Splash and the Petal Pretty in Pink for the cardstock. So you can, change it all around. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use these 2 colors, Petunia Pop and Shy Shamrock, as my cardstock. So the 3 colors I'm going to ink are going to be Summer Splash, Peach Pie, and Shy Shamrock. Okay, try to say that one in a hurry. All right, let's get started. So let me show you that tip for not getting inky fingers. Now, placing it, I want to always put it in the same place. So if I'm wanting sort of that left image, when I flip it over, I'm going to put my card sort of in that top right corner. Let's start with Summer Splash. So I'm going to ink it up like so. Now you can see this is a very inky ink pad. Lots of ink there. Now this is the challenge because my camera's in the way. Put it down. You can't move it. Hopefully I haven't gone too close to the edge. Hold it carefully, put a scrap piece of paper over the top and just rub it. Shaking the table a little bit and then carefully pull it up, hopefully not moving it. Uh-oh, did it move slightly? There we go. So that's okay. Slight white line down that side, but we'll make it work. All right, next one. Now you do need to clean it in between. We do not want to mix our colours, particularly the lighter colours like Peach Pie. So I'm just using a chamois here, get all that colour out, and I can still see some, so that's not good. We do want a nice clean stamp. So when I finish with it, I will clean it properly with a stamping mist and stamping scrub, but just in between a quick wipe with that is good. All right, so let's go for the Peach Pie. Now this one's a bit harder to see on the block, but it is there. Right, so what I'm going to actually do is slide it slightly to the side so I can see it a bit easier. My camera's not overhead. It's not going to be exact. Oh, I'm slightly to the right, I think. Might have a slight white bit again, but we'll try. I obviously did this before, but not with the camera there. Okay, press evenly, lift it up. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Okay, remember to clean it. So at least with this one, it's one big stamp. You're not having to stamp multiple times or multiple things. Just get it over and done with one big stamp. Right, just having a look at any comments and things. It looks like it's windy and raining in other places as well. What else? Oh, I've just realized I what am I doing? So the third color I need is the pretty pink, pretty and pink. So this one here. I think I might have said earlier the wrong colors, but we will, because we've already got one of the greens below. All right. So I don't know if you can tell, there's a lot of color on there. Nearly picked up the wrong color. Again, I'm going to move it to the side so hopefully I can see around my camera. Okay, it's not going to be exact, but that's fine. Get the general idea. Put that on so we don't get dirty hands. But this is a great way of doing big stamps, particularly if you find them really heavy to lift up and then trying to line them up and put them down. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, we'll clean that just so we don't forget. Yeah, very good. Okay, put that aside for now. Close up our ink pads. Okay. All right, so this is what we have. So we want to make sure our page, if they're sort of going in the same direction. So we've got those ones in the bottom left, so that's good. So I'm going to stack them on top of each other. And then I'm going to cut them. Now, it is a little bit hard cutting 3 layers at once. I could do them individually, or maybe 2 at once. But I'm just going to go back and forth and make sure it cuts. So I'm going to get my paper trimmer, keep them nice and straight. This is, I forgot to tell you the measurement. So this is 9 centimeters wide and 13.8 in length. So I'm going to cut it at 3 centimeters. So I've got 3 even strips. So that's my scoring one. So I'll get that out of the way. So 3 centimeters. So that feels like it's gone through the 3 layers. Yes, it has. Keep them nice and straight. Try and keep them together because this is when it gets a little bit messy and we've got to divide them up. All right. So keep them in order. So 1, 2, 3. Now this is when a little bit more space could be helpful, but we're trying to keep it all on camera. So we'll put move those over there. So with that one on the left, that one on the left, that one on the left. Then we'll bring this one. We want a different color, so we'll put that there, and then that there, and that there. And it, can you see how the sort of image carries over? So the third one, so what doesn't have pink? So that one doesn't have pink. So they're not going to be perfect, but you know, you can kind of see. There we go. There we go. So you've got 3 different ones, but we're going to have a slight gap anyway, so it's not going to be perfect. So there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can do it like that, so they match up, and you've got the 3 colors, and they're side by side, and it will look something like, where's one? This one here. Can you see how the patterns kind of carry on? Or you can mix it up, and then they don't match at all. So like we can do, like they're kind of random and they're not mixed up, and it looks something like that. Okay, so let's keep those 3 in the right order and those 3 mixed up, and we'll leave that one there as well, unless we unintentionally mix it up. So let me know, what do you like to do? Do you like to kind of keep things symmetrical in an order and nicely placed, or do you like to kind of mix things up and change things? All right, so we're going to put this onto here, and then we'll put it onto our petunia pop, I think. I'm trying to work out if I might have actually done the same color and I want it different, but that's fine. The idea is to use the 3, and I think I was meant to use the Shy Shamrock, but I've used the summer one, but it's all good. You get the idea. All right, so I'm actually going to flip them over the same way. I'm going to put glue on all 3 at once and stick them down one after the other so that we can adjust them if we need to. I like glue because that way you can jiggle them around a little bit. Okay, here we go. So this one was on the left. I'm going to do the 2 outsides first. Then I can kind of put the other one in the middle. Hopefully this is the right order, otherwise we have to work on. Is that right? Can't remember now. No, it's not. Is that there? Yeah. So she says, I'm going to do the middle last, but I'm not actually. All right, so we've got a second to adjust them. There we go. All right, so that's the first one done. Second one with our mixed up one. So we've got left, middle, right. So glue it down. So it's quite good. You stamp this and you end up making 3 cards at once. So very efficient. All right. Okay, so we'll try this time, the outside one. So left side, right side, and middle. So do you like using multiple colors like this, or would you prefer to sort of use more similar colors, as it were? Okay, so that's that one. Then I'm going to do one on a petunia pop base. So let's move those to the side, and we're going to have these 3 like so. Do they match up? Yes, they do. All right, let's get them turned over. Glue. All right. So Elaine likes to keep them matching. Yep, I get that. What about anyone else? Do you like them matching, or do you like to change it? You may unintentionally mix them up, but you never know. All right, so we'll start with the left side, the right side, and then middle. And if I match them up, I have. Yay! There we go. Beautiful. So now I've got 3. All right, and then we're putting them onto a contrasting card base. So this one here, Petunia Pop, will have the, which color is it? It is, they're similar, sometimes it's hard to tell. Shy Shamrock, I believe. No, Summer Splash. Yeah, they're the same, Summer Splash. Okay, all right. It was a bit like last year's in colours. No, the year before last. Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky look so similar to start with, but then after a while, it was easy to tell the different colours. It's just getting used to them. All right, so can you see the contrasting card bases? So let's adhere those, and then we just need to add an embellishment and a sentiment, actually, or a couple of embellishments and a sentiment. But this is a fun way to be able to share some of the in colours. But unfortunately, I've only got 4, not 5, because I picked up the wrong ink pad. But, you know, no mistakes. No one's going to know. They think it's coordinated and meant to be like that. So it's all good. Oh, Linda likes the idea of mixing them all up. So there you go. Yes, they both have merit. Keep it some the same, some mix them up, and then it makes it all interesting. All right. And like this wasn't quite intentionally how I planned to do it because I mixed up the wrong colors, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to put on the inside the layers as well. So this was a petal pink one, so I've got that layer. So the inside piece is slightly wider. I had to make that 9 centimeters and then trim it at 3 because of the gaps, but this one is 9.5 wide because it sits inside. So I'll just put one in. It's a little bit harder to stamp something on the inside because it's not like a little small stamp that you can, you know, put on the card unless you did the corner of the big stamp or something. But I haven't chosen to do that. You could always stamp and then fussy cut out the leaves, put something on. But that's how we're doing the inside too with the layers. All right. So the the sentiment part. So I've used one of my favorite punches, which is the hexagon punch. And when I first did it, I felt it was too big. There was too much white around it. Just, yeah. So like I've done before, I've made it a little bit smaller. So let's go for some different colors to see how that all looks. And I need to grab my strip of cardstock and we'll stamp in some different colors. Okay. So I'm going to use the thank you stamp. Let's do one in the peach pie. Do it down here. So you want a bit of a gap at the bottom. Remember to clean in between. Let's do one that's, what other colours? Maybe the pretty and pink. And lastly, we'll do green. We'll go with the summer splash. Oops, I think that was slightly blurred, but that's okay. We will just stamp another one up there. Okay, so punch time. Get rid of that dimensional. I'm going to stamp it nearer the top. You'll notice that doesn't fit my whole punch, but that's okay. Let's just do that on all of them. And then I'll show you how to make it smaller. Center would be good. Here we go. And this one we'll do up here. Okay. Now don't worry, it looks like a funny shape, but that's okay. I'm going to put it back in. And I know it's upside down, but it still works. Tuck it under a bit and punch. Where's that bit? Oh, there we go. Out of there. So there we go. So if you missed that, let's do it again. So tuck it in so it's lower down, and then just pull it up to about the height you want, and then punch. Now, if you're looking at getting one of these punches, they are very popular, but they're out of stock at the moment. But don't worry, they are carrying on into the annual catalogue, so you will be able to still order them. But this is one of my punches that I use a lot of at the moment. Okay, so we like to add a bit of colour around it as well. So if I find my scraps of paper in those colours, we can cut some out. So what have we got? We've got one in the peach pie, and we have this colour here, and I need the pretty pink as well. All right, and the pink. Where's the pink? Looking for one that's already cut into if I can. Here it is. Save. Whoops. Oh dear. Bumping the camera. Oh dear. Okay, about there. Okay, so what to do with this? If I put that on, that's not actually too bad. You could just stick it on like that. It's quite a wide edge, but it looks okay. So you could go with that. But if you want a slightly narrow one, which is what I'm going to go for, I am going to trim it a bit. So often I'll cut in half, but if I do that, it's not quite going to work. So I'm actually going to cut the middle piece out, and we don't need that. All right, so I find it easier to put it down and glue it. So we're going to put some glue there, put that on the top like so. Sorry, can you see past my hand? And then put some glue on here, and carefully, without moving the top half, do that. And then you can just adjust them if you need to the side, up, down, whatever. So there we go. I like that. That's good. So like I say, let's have a look at that one. Yeah, I just think it's a little bit too wide, but up to you. So I'll show you what happens if you cut in half and then you try and do it. I guess you can, but you're sort of having to overlap at the back a bit. So you could do that, just a bit thicker at the back, or you can trim out the middle bit. Let's try. So I guess, whoops, either way will work. Like, oops, so, and then, there we go, concentration here. Okay, so then you can decide how you like it at the back. So it's kind of, maybe that's a bit more supported. Let's do that on the other one too. Okay, so then we have our 3 sentiments for our 3 cards. And we're going to add some ribbon to it and then some embellishments. So there's some very cool in-colour embellishments as well. So there you go. I had it all planned the other way of cutting the middle bit out, but actually I'm trying this. That actually works quite well. Okay, cool. Right, so you'll see with my cards some of the ribbon behind. So here are the very nice, oh, that's not in colour. Got 4 of the 5. Which one's missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's over here, the petunia. There we go. Nice colours. All right. So let's start with this one and some of this. So all I'm doing is kind of folding it in half using my ribbon scissors. I like to kind of angle like so. Going to adhere it with some tape, but then dimensionals after that. So I'll put a bit of tape along here like so. Bend it in half and flip it over, and then kind of, you can cross it or not cross it, it's up to you. Kind of like on an angle slightly, sort of like that. And then we'll stick it down. So let's just do all of these. So isn't this cool, the way that you get to make 3 cards at once? And that way you get the interest of the different colours. All right, so next we need some pink. Oh dear. Oops, look, you get a bonus with that one. It's the cover of the stamping seal. Whoops, that way up. So let's have a go. Sort of like so. Lucky last. Maybe we just need to overlap them slightly. Last one is our peach pie. So slowly getting familiar with the names. So again, we're gonna, don't quite like the angle of that one, so we'll just trim it, fix it up. Okay, I've got a pair of scissors that I use just for the ribbon because then it will cut so much better. Okay, slight angle, sort of like that. All right, now for some dimensionals. So I'm just going to put 2 on each. 1, 2. Do slightly more if you feel you need them. 1, 2. Here we go. And somewhere buried is my take your pick tool. Here it is. To remove these. 1. All right. So far with the in colors, do you have a favorite color? Or are you like me and you just like them all? Okay. So any particular order? Let's put that there with the pink. So it's kind of the pink against the contrasting colors. We'll do the same for this one with this color, which is it Summer Splash? And then the last one, oh, we'll have to go into that color, but that's okay. Like so. And then to finish it off, we have these wonderful embellishments in the colors. Can you see those? I'll put them down there. And so I've tended to put 3 on. So I don't know if you can see here, like the matching colors, like so. But you can do it however you like. All right, let's see if we can get our colors right. So let's go with a pretty and pink on here. And then we've got a peach pie. Let's go for a little peach pie. Maybe, I don't know, down a bit lower there. And then we'll go for this one, which is this color here. Summer Splash, like so. Then you've got your 3. Okay, this one here. We might go for a little one at the top. So you've got 2 sizes, a smaller and a bigger, and this one does not want to come up. What's going on? Let's lift it up and do it that way. There we go. Do one up there. This one and the pink. Oh no, sort of a try. Oh, where did it go? It's still on my finger. Lovely. 1, 2, and lucky last. Am I using the right? See, it's trying to get the greens and things right. What do we eat? So we need a peach pie. Oh, down. Maybe we'll put this one down here because it's quite busy over there. And go for that one. Hopefully I'm getting the right blues and greens. Like I say, it is a little bit hard at first. Oh, we need another of the peach pie here because the two colors, but that's fine. We can do that. Or you could change it up and do something different. There we go, like that. Okay, so what do you think? So these are the cards we just made. Our set of 3 here. Let's have a look. So we've carried the patterns in, or we've mixed it up. And we've got the petunia pop, either card base or background, with the summer splash. And then the sets that I did earlier, this one here has got some petal pink with, where's the third one? It's disappeared. Here it is. Got some petal pink with the summer splash, that colour. And then I've stamped in the petunia pop, which is quite nice. It's quite a dark sort of colour. So do you like that? What do you prefer as your card base? So all sorts of different ways of doing it. But I like the way you can add a little bit of ribbon and some embellishments to it as well. And to make this hexagon punch kind of suit the size that you need is quite useful as well. Oh wow, so we've got some, so Linda likes this, the shamrock, Sheila, the petunia pop. So yeah, lots of wonderful colours there. So I will be doing an in-colour club, and that's more during May, where you can get things like the ink and the ribbon and the marker and cardstock and all sorts of things in a particular colour each month. You pay $75 and you get one colour for that month, and the next month you'll get another colour. It'll just be random what you get, but over the 5 months you'll get the 5 colours. But you don't. You can sign up now, but payment isn't required for that until 15th of May, so middle of May. Now I'm going to show you some papers that include some of the in colours. Now with the new catalogue, I can't show you inside it, so that's the tricky thing with the with the papers, because I'm also doing a paper share. I can't actually show you inside the catalogue to show you all the different papers, but this is one set of papers that I've got, and you might recognise some of these colours with ones that we've just used. So they feature the in colours as well as some other colours too. So you can definitely see, like, you've got your petal pretty in pink in there, but you've also got a darker pink, which is the petunia pop, but also some berry burst. Another colour in here that you've got is some calypso coral. And there's a bit of that greeny is pretty peacock as well. So you've got the 5 in colours plus a few extras, and you've got these lovely kind of flower designs, which are cool, all quite different. This is the Unbounded Beauty. And then if you look at the other side, it's definitely your in colours and things. You can see your peach pie and your summer splash and your petunia pop and all those kind of things. So that's quite nice as well. So this would be one of the packs that you would get a quarter share on as part of the paper share. I don't have the other ones yet, so I can't show you, unfortunately. But this is a 12 by 12. So I would cut these into the 2 sheets. So you'd get a 6 by 12. And you'd get 1 6 by 12 of the 6 different sheets. So you'd get a quarter share of that pack, plus all the other packs and things that are on offer. Some pack comes in a 6 by 6 already. That's the size it is. So you get those, but you get 12 of them. So hopefully in a couple of weeks I can actually show you some of the other papers as well. And if you want to sign up, I can't order it until the 1st of May. Because that's when the catalogue goes live. Some of it you can pre-order now as a demonstrator, but not all of it. So I have to wait until it's available on the 1st of May, and I need a group of 4 to go to shares and a quarter share, and then I'll order it. But I also want to give people time for the catalogue to go live and actually see it. So you'll have just over a week or so to be able to order it after that. But the sooner you get in, the quicker you'll get it. Now, one more card I want to show you, using that leaf collection stamp. So remember that stamp that we had at the beginning. So this is your more traditional green colours, and I haven't cut it up, I've just used it in the background, but I wanted to show another way of using it as well. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's actually two greens there. So there's the garden green and then the granny apple green. So I've actually got my stamp, and then with my ink pads, I've kind of put one color on one side and then another color on the other side to get the two toning. So that's another way of doing it without needing to cut it up. And then just added sentiment, bit of twine, embellishments, and you might recognize this color here. That's our peach pie, but with your traditional green. So that's another way of using that leaf connection stamp to make a nice big background. So just a reminder of what we did today. So that's this one here, and here's some of the other cards that we did as well. So don't you love the in colors? I think they are wonderful. And yes, as someone said, what is it? This paper here, sorry, this paper here is beautiful as well. So that's all very exciting. Cool. All right, so someone is asking about when basic white and envelopes will be back in stock. I will have to look that up. I'm not sure on the top of my head. I know at the moment that, actually, let me come back to me rather than look there. I'm looking at the screen, but you can't see me. So let's switch cameras. Here we go. Here I am. Okay, so at the moment, there is the last chance products. So that means that products that are retiring are some are discounted and on sale, and so people are buying them while they can. And also, there are a few products that will be increasing in price when the new catalogue comes out. So as you've probably noticed, in lots of different areas, costs have gone up, and prices of other things have increased. So that's the same for some items in the annual catalogue. So I didn't think to check, but if you got my newsletter this week or last week, I did share some of those items that are going up in price. Things like some cardstock. I can't remember if it's envelopes or not, but maybe some of those things that are increasing in price, people have bought, so they're out of stock at the moment. I imagine it will only be a couple of weeks. I can check online and find out when they're expecting it to arrive. But yes, so just be aware of that some items may be out of stock, but don't worry, they will be on, coming and on their way, so you'll be able to order them hopefully within a couple of weeks. All right, so if you're interested in my paper share, sorry, I didn't have a flyer to show you. It is in my newsletter, so if you're not in my newsletter, please sign up and you'll get, other exclusive tutorials and information. But the paper share is $90. And you get over 85 sheets of paper. They may be 6x6s or 6x12, and you get a variety of, I'm just trying to think how many different papers it includes. I've put it up on my website as well, so you can see a list. Like I said, I'm not able to include pictures inside the catalogue, so I can't actually show an image of the papers yet, unless I was to take a photo and share it, but I don't have all the papers to be able to take a photo. But anyway, so be on the lookout for those. If you have purchased from me in the past, I'm in the process of going through and getting addresses. I'll print labels, and then over the next week or so, I will start sending out catalogs. So if you're an existing customer, be on the lookout for that. I'll post those to you. If you're new to me or you haven't purchased from me before and you'd like a catalog, there is a link to fill in your details, and I'll be able to send that to you. All right, I feel like I've done lots of talking today, shared lots with you. I hope you have found it useful and inspiring, and I hope you like today's stamp, the new in colours. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Stay up to date by subscribing to my newsletter if you're not already doing so. The link is in the description for today. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel so you can be informed of future videos and things. All right, so thank you so much. It's wonderful to see you. Please reach out to me if I can be of any help, and I look forward to seeing you next time.